Back here at the 2024 GLVC Football Kickoff, where our fifth school checking in with us today is the Southwest Baptist University Bearcats. They finished tied for fifth in conference play in 2023 with a 3-4 record. They were 4-7 overall. In the GLVC preseason poll just released, SBU was picked to finish fifth. Robert Clardy is set to begin his 10th year on the sideline, and Bolivar is here joined today by Collin Sutton and also defensive back Kellen Curtis. Guys, welcome to the kickoff. I know you're excited to get this season underway. Coach, let's begin with a few opening remarks on the Bearcats this year.
Yeah, just a lot of excitement going into this season. We've had a large number of players here this summer, record amount, over 90 players almost every day in July. And it's been great to see that investment, guys being in town and putting in the work with our strength and conditioning staff. Coach Curtis does a great job with that. And it's just a lot of excitement there. Got some new guys competing for different positions. We got some great returners that are ready to try and keep those positions and come in with the young guys that are going to come in and compete. So just a lot of excitement to get things going and get back out on the field with the guys.
Thank you. You have 12 starters returning overall. 12 of those, of the 12, 5 come back on offense, including Collin and 3-time All-GLVC pick at wide receiver Jordan Kent. Talk about how the offense is shaping up for you this year.
Yeah, we had a great spring ball. Really kind of tried to figure out who we were going to be and what we could amplify the most within our offense and continue to just improve on where we finished last season. Had some good output in the year, but really it just changes each year based on the players that we've got within our system and what we can do the best. And Colin's done a great job stepping up and from a leadership role, but also just his decision-making this spring was outstanding, almost 80% completion percentage, and just really asking him to make the right play and get it to those guys like Jordan in space. And offensive line has made great strides over spring ball as well in the summer. Their commitment to being in town and working out and with their new offensive line coach, Coach Pride. So really excited to see those guys go to work. And then from the running back standpoint, we're going to have a new guy back there, losing Abel Carter from the last couple years. It's been a big-time workhorse for us, but we've got a lot of great backs behind him that are ready to come out and show what they can do as well.
Collin, you're coming off a season last fall with almost 2,000 yards and 13 combined touchdowns. What is it that you're going to do this year, or what is it that you can do to build off of the success that you had this year with the offense moving forward?
I just say that I could just continue to work on my decision making, just making the right play. We have a lot of guys who just get the ball to them and they can make plays. So just getting the ball to those guys and letting them work and just protecting the football, not letting the defense be put in bad situations, and just making good decisions and getting the ball to guys.
You talk about making good decisions. Is that something that has been a process for you from the first time you stepped on the field a couple of years ago to this year? And in doing so, do you feel that decision and process making for you has become quicker?
Yes, most definitely. It's definitely different than when I was in high school, being out there and it's really just you, and then you can kind of get away with making mistakes, but in college it's not like that at all. You have to be much more honed in, much more locked in on what you're doing, especially at the quarterback position. So I feel like it's definitely been a learning curve, but it just comes with watching film and just getting more reps, and I feel like I got that from last season, and I feel much more prone for success, and we have a great group of guys on the offensive side of the ball. So like I said, it's about getting the ball to them and just making those quick decisions, and I just feel like the coaches have done a good job prepping me for that, and just the experience I've got up to this point has prepped me for that.
Thank you. 6 defensive starters returned to SBU this season, including Kellen, and an all-GLVC pick on the defensive lineman, Joshua Caranda. Is this how is the Bearcats D shaping up as you're heading into camp?
Yeah, we've got a lot of great leadership on that side of the football with our returners, and just whenever the defense makes it extremely hard on us as an offense throughout spring ball, we know it's going to be a great year, and they're very aggressive in how they approach every day, and it continues to elevate our level even more on a daily basis. A lot of excitement over there at all positions. We got a lot of, like I said, a lot of great leadership in different positions, not just one position group. So, there's a lot of excitement there with those old guys, but then again, we've also got some young guys returning that are ready to take some spots as well and go out there and compete. And the depth that we have, we're pretty excited about as well.
Kellen, you finished last season with 54 tackles. How do you feel about your performance last fall, and what are some of the goals that you may have set for not just yourself, but the defense as a whole?
I'm happy with my progression as a player, and I would like to continue my progression as a player. As a defense as a whole, I think we are going in the right direction as with our communication, our awareness, and our technical ability to apply what we're learning in the film room with our coaches, because we have a good coaching staff on the defensive side of the ball, and we're definitely progressing, and we're getting more consistent with our habits and our tactics.
Thank you. Coach, one of your returning special teams is a starter and a big one in Logan Turner, who is voted as the 2023 GLVC Special Teams Player of the Year after leading the league in Division II with 20 field goals. Talk a little bit about Logan as well as what could be expected from the rest of the special teams.
Yeah, obviously Logan's a great weapon to have for any football team, and I'd love for him to lead the country in PATs rather than field goals. We want to score more touchdowns, but he's a great weapon to have. He's a great leader also, works his tail off, so very respected by his teammates. I think he won pretty much every All-American award you could get this year as a kicker. And but we also have a great group of specialists behind him that have been working hard this summer. We've got the punter position is going to be a new player for us this year, a newcomer. So we'll have some competition going throughout throughout fall camp for that. So we've got some positions to fill there, but the position from a weapon standpoint, having Logan back there to kick field goals, and then Connor Greninger behind him that does a lot of our kickoff stuff. We've got two very solid kickers in our kicking game that are points for us as an offense. So a lot of excitement there. I've got two guys running our special teams right now with Coach Dunn and Coach Bod, both kind of splitting units there, but they have a lot of excitement. The players, whenever they walk in the room, they know it's going to be an intense meeting, and they know they're going to be intense out on the field and special teams. So we know how important that is, that third group of the team, and how important that is for our success this year.
Having a weapon like Logan, how far could he change the game? Like, where do you feel comfortable letting him kick from?
Yeah, I've found out that you don't question if he can make it or not. Last year I said, do you have it? And I was a little concerned if he would go out there and be able to kick the field goal, and he proved me wrong. I said, all right, I won't question you again. I'll trust you every time you go out on the field. So just being able to trust that whenever we get in position, it also changes how Collin can approach too, knowing that we have Logan over there, and we don't have to press the issue and try and force a throw on third and long. All we got to do is get Logan close enough, and we know that that's points for us on the scoreboard. So those are pretty much automatic for us, but we know he works his butt off for all that success. So it just changes possibly a little bit of our play calling, but we're always going to be aggressive and try and get touchdowns instead of field goals.
Finally, your 2024 schedule. What's the few games for you that stand out the most this year?
Yeah, obviously starting on the road, going almost 13 hours up to South Dakota. Going to be a challenge for us, not just playing a great football team in Black Hills State, but also the travel that comes with traveling that far. Having to overcome that, making sure we stay focused, make sure we're ready for that game, because that's a big game to start our season off. And they're a very good football team. They played us in Bolivar last year. Then we host Oklahoma Panhandle State week 2. Part of our first 3-game home skid we got there to start the season. So we're pretty excited about that, having more home games this year. We actually have a bye week this year, week 7. So gives us an opportunity. We go 4 conference games, bye week, finish with 4 conference games. So a little week there for our players to recover late in the season. we're excited about that as well. Obviously, any week in the GLVC, we saw it last year from top to bottom. Anybody's beatable any week. The competition level just continues to rise in our conference across the board. So we know we're going to get everybody's best, and they know they're going to get ours. Anybody can win any Saturday. So we're excited about the schedule. We're excited to get started. Excited for our long road trip to start the season. So can't wait.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here, and best of luck to you this season.